punk up the airwaves. Yeah! Punk up the airwaves. Punk up the airwaves. Punk up the airwaves. Yeah!
Welcome to Punk Up the Airwaves.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Punk Up the Airwaves. You're speaking with Davey Smith from Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. How you doing, Davey?
Hanging in there. Been a long weekend.
Right? Been too crazy, right? So
Yeah,
let me ask you something, man. You describe yourself as a Baltimore-based new wave American grunge band on your Facebook page there.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I mean, I throw in some hardcore in there too. To be honest with you, man, I'd even fucking change the American and put hardcore in that place right there.
I'll see if the powers that be will allow it.
I'm just telling you, man. You got to do that. That's I'm telling people. That's what to do.
I'll let the guys know.
So what's some of your
Well, before we started. Well, never mind. He's going to shoot right at you and with the questions. Now, I wanted to go into some. So I know you guys have been around for a while, man. I got to ask. So I kind of struggling to remember. I know you played with the Stinkoids. Did you guys play with the Runs?
Yeah.
Because you had a different drummer back then, right?
We played with one drummer that we used to play with when we were in like high school. Back in our first show was like 2015, 16, something like that. So we played one show with him. He got drunk, broke someone's drum equipment, hit on someone's girlfriend, and we kicked him out of the band that night. And then by the following month, we got Doug. Like, I used to work with Doug in Towson. We had been offered a couple of more shows, and I was like, I ain't got a fucking drummer, so let me see what I can do. I asked Doug if he'd be willing to sub in for a show or two that we had lined up. He was like, yeah, and then he decided to never leave, and I'm like, thank God. We've had this lineup since 2017, 18. It's been a while, definitely before COVID.
Okay, so you did play with the Runs, right, at one point?
Yeah,
but
I know.
We do a Depot show?
Yeah, I know. We've
played
played
a Depot show, right?
Yeah, it's been a couple, yeah. Because I don't think we ever played with them at Sidebar, but I know definitely at the Depot.
I think Some Kind of Nightmare, maybe. Did you play with us at that show? Right? Yeah, something like that.
Probably something like that. Yeah, I vaguely remember that show. Yeah, it was Johnny's drum set that our old drummer broke because we had a different drummer lined
Meteor
up.
King.
He got arrested for murder, so like we had to have someone else. So yeah, we had played with him, and then shit went sideways with all the Meteor King stuff. So
hold on. Wait a second. Let's back up a second here. You just said somebody was arrested for murder. Can we clarify who that was?
That is accurate. So we have been playing with one drummer. He was like a burnout. We had moved on from him to get a different drummer who was more like our vibe. And then wasn't really showing up for practices or anything like that. Been offered some shows by Johnny. And we're like, we don't really have a lineup. Finally had the lineup. And we're like, this isn't working with him. Got the old drummer back for just the show. He fell apart halfway through the show because he got drunk at 12 and just continued drinking the rest of the night for some reason. And then not that long afterwards, we found out that the other drummer that we were working with, he's currently incarcerated. So then threw that drummer out, got Doug the following month, and Doug's been with us. So it's been an experience.
See, so no wonder you're a hardcore band.
Like Doug will drum in flip flops and shit. So Doug can do it all.
Well, I got to check out the album you sent me there on YouTube and all that. And so it's called Warpath, right? The album.
Yep, the title track off the album is also called Warpath. The #1 single is Catastrophe. And it's been doing all right.
Yeah, that's my favorite song. One of my favorite songs. I like Warpath a lot too. I like Myself and You, and fuck your or fuck you all, right?
No, yeah. So
FYA.
yeah, my Myself and You is about like some really there was like a Tom Cruise movie called Night and Day. It has Cameron Diaz in it, and there's a scene in like a diner where he like holds Cameron Diaz at gunpoint. I was like, if anybody moves, I'll kill her. I'll kill myself, and then I'll kill her. And I was like, this movie is terrible. Let me do something with that.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, I'm about ready to tell this guy this movie sucks. I've seen it.
That's what it was. That was the whole fucking thing, and it was like I tell people about it because it's just so fucking stupid. Like anytime I like introduce it, I'll give them that little backstory. I'm like, if you want to watch a really shitty movie, go watch that.
You go to some old girl's gonna be like, "That's my favorite movie, motherfucker."
I love Tom Cruise. Like, look, better you than me,
right? Hey, so we all know wolf in sheep's clothing, the proverb, and all that. I mean, who decided on the name?
We bounced around with a couple of names throughout the years. Me and Mike have been playing on and off since like high school. Then we've had different iterations with different people coming and going. I don't even remember who came up with it. It might have been Mike, like 10, 15 years ago at this point. It's been a long time since we've had that band name.
Right. Yeah, I was so I'm hunting you down and all that on YouTube and everything else, and I see this other thing called Opus.
Oh yeah.
Is that?
I recorded that on.
I mean, it sounded a little familiar. I was like, this sounds like these guys. It's got to be them. It's early stuff.
I recorded that on an original MacBook and GarageBand. All the instrumentals on that were just done as a live take, and then lyrics dubbed over it in our old drummer's basement. That shit is old. Yeah, there's like what 10, 15 songs on it. The cat is like an ex-girlfriend's cat whose name was Opus from Bloom County. The comic.
Were their bodies buried down there in that basement? Is
There
that
was
a different drummer?
That's your old drummer put there?
I haven't been over there in years, but there is one time. So he was watching a guy that he had some sort of disability from like a stroke or something. And I remember going down there getting ready for practice, and he's laying on the ground with his dick out. So who knows? Who knows?
Hey, we all been there, done that.
Yeah.
Pissed on the floor, everything. It was wild.
Kenny does every time we do a show over here.
I mean, you get the jitters out, you go around.
So it looks like you've been on a couple comps too, man. So what's this Save the Sidebar? You've been on some benefit comps, huh?
Yeah, we've done a bunch of benefit shows or things like that. We've done like a couple college shows for benefits. We've done like pro sex work shows. I know that Sidebar had a few where they're like, making sure that people who are in sex work have like, contraception, are able to get the health benefits that they need. So that's really cool. And then we were approached by Tyler in Dead End Lane, who was like, "Hey, we're putting this benefit thing together. Would love you guys to be a part of it. Would you like to do that?" And we had just finished recording the demo with my brother-in-law. So we're like, yeah, let's throw something on. So we had done that, and then like the following year is when we recorded the whole album like from scratch. So yeah, it's cool.
Oh yeah. So, what's your favorite place to play around your area?
So obviously the depot is tops. We love Greg. I've tried to catch him several times at Camden this year, and I just never fucking find him. But anytime Greg ever is like, "Hey, can you guys jump on? Do you guys want to jump on?" Answer is always yes. We're playing there Friday the 13th in October. You guys are on that. So yeah, we're
Right.
doing that. It's Meteor King's first show back, and God knows what, 3 years now at this rate.
Yeah, I miss those guys, man. I miss them. You know.
Yeah, they've had a interesting go about with things. I haven't seen them recently. Wade has come to a couple of the shows that we've played, like a Halloween show.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Is it still Wade? Is Wade still in the
Yeah,
band?
Wade and Scott
And
are
Scott,
still
right?
in. Yeah,
Okay.
Scott's still the singer. Wade's still the guitar player. Doug has been subbing in on drums. So they got that
Doug
show
from
together, and then they got a
Doug,
new bassist. Yeah,
Doug from Dead End Lane. And what else is he
no,
from?
Doug from us.
Oh, okay. My bad. My bad.
Our Doug is filling in for, because I mean we are in the music scene. We play around because of Meteor King. I don't know if they're going to be painting their faces and everything still. I don't know. It's totally a surprise. No one's told me anything about what the vibe's going to be. I'm excited to see it. Doug will be pulling double duty, so it'll be fun. But yeah, Friday the 13th, Depot should be fun. I'll probably dress up in Halloween costume or something. Be great.
There you go. Nice plug. That's right. With the that's with the do what's right.
Yeah, that's what I heard, and we're trying to get a couple other. We had a band in mind. I know we reached out to them. I don't know if Meteor King has heard back from them yet, but it was one of the bands that we played with last weekend at the fire station. That was cool. So they might do it. We were talking to them. They come down and like go to the depot. So I'm not sure if they've responded, but hopefully they have. I'd love to play with them again too.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, it'd be a fun
So do
little
you
thing.
guys right on? Hell yeah. So do you guys got any online merch or an online store or something like that people can go to go find your stuff?
I mean, if people want something, they're always welcome to reach out. Be happy to send stuff. I know during COVID, I was mailing like stickers and stuff to people. Anybody wanted it, stickers are free, and be happy to send some out. I think the furthest I sent some shit was like Utah for some people. Merch is mainly, we have to re-up on our merch. We've been selling out a lot of some of the shirts. You can listen to the album anywhere for free. If you end up at a show, you scan the QR code, totally free, or just pop it up on like off of our link tree or whatever, so they can listen to that as much as they want. Don't need anything for it; it's totally free. So, but as far as shirts go, people want something, buttons, stickers. Just hit us up. Be happy to work something out and get you what you need.
So then, I got to ask you, what's your favorite band to gig with?
Favorite band to gig with? Well, obviously the Do-Whats.
and
Any band that Kenny is a part of is the favorite band, regardless of what band it is.
I swear to God, people, I didn't pay him $8.75 to say that at all.
There's no one underneath of me with a gun. I mean, there's a bunch of bands that we love playing with. Just to rail off a few, Dead End Lane I play with a lot. We used to play with Meteor King all the time. Like if we were in if things are with Feed the Scene, it's Braceface, Chaz Monroe. Love playing with Professor Goldstein. We recorded at their house, so love all of them. Would play with them anytime they wanted us to. They played on our demo release show, so that was great. Strong Zero, Ryan, Emily,
Absolutely.
they're amazing. Haven't seen them in a while. hope to see them again soon. Haven't gotten on a show with them in a bit, but definitely would. So.
Man, we played just about all those bands on our show. I think we even had a couple shows that we did, the Airwaves shows, and I think Strong Zero was at least at one of those.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
two.
love playing with them. Ryan, I met Ryan when he went to Guitar Center, and he sold me a bass. And I knew he sold me a bass and my practice amp. And I was like, "Hey, you playing that Halloween show?" And he was like, "Yeah, Scott's my cousin." And I was like, "No shit!" And that's where we all met. Our old drummer hit on Emily, and that's why we were like, "This, no." So you need to go. I don't even know if they remember it, but yeah, it was like 5 years ago at this point, something like that. We're like, "Sure, you're out. You're fucking out." And, well, yeah, love all of them to death. They're all great people, great musicians, great music. Happy to be a part of it with them. So. Those bands that are like, yeah, wouldn't probably won't play with them again or whatever. I've been at shows where, at like the Depot or something, and Greg is like, they're never coming back. And I was like, all right, my bad. Like, sorry to book them in the first place. So as long as it ain't me, I'm happy with it.
You ever played any festivals or anything?
Yeah, we played. We played the festival together, Sonar Fest. A couple years ago, we played. It was called Phoenix Fest up at McDaniel College, which was really cool. Played a couple places out of state, which is always fun. Just trying to branch out more. Get out of Maryland, play outside. We're happy with it. So. Whatever comes, usually people can count on us to, we're available, we're willing to play. It's just that simple.
What's your favorite festival?
Well, I did really like Sonar Fest, and I know that they're doing it all over. So
we had a blast, man. That was just you. Yeah, we were all hanging out together.
Yeah, that was really cool. Leon's really cool. So I was talking to him about maybe getting something else together, somewhere else. But Sonar Fest is in multiple states all over the country. So we're, waiting for that to end. Love the shit with Infinite Terror. They've been like, oh man, we gotta get you guys on another show. So I know that they do like St. Thrashrick's Day, Death to Summer, their end of the year, Christmas thing is always fun. So something like that. But met a lot of cool people. Happy to play with all of them. So,
you got any funny stories that happened at shows or anything?
So last Saturday, my bass cab caught fire.
So how did that happen there, Davey?
I don't really know. So we got there. I have like a bass cab that my old job gave me. It didn't have a lot of power in it, so I put in 2 subwoofers in the bass, but I never touched the top 2 speakers. It was a 4x12. So the 2 top 12 have no idea what they are. Didn't even bother looking at them. Wired up the subwoofers, had like, I don't know, 2,000 watts worth of power it could handle. Because my head is a 90s SVT. That's 400 watts. So I was like, okay, I'm going to need like 450 watts minimum, and let's see what we can do. Get up there. Everyone was going to use my bass cab that wanted it. First 3 bands used it. So it was going for like an hour and a half-ish straight. I go up there and just have no power. And I was like, oh, maybe my head blew. Like the fuse in my head blew. So someone let me use their head. I got a lot of low, but I wasn't getting anything else out of it. So the guy who lent me his head while I was playing, we look out the back, and the back of my cab has 2 speaker jack slots. The one is in use, and the other one is just shooting sparks up against the wall. And we're in the fucking firehouse playing, but there's no fire extinguishers. Like, there's nothing. So if shit would have started catching fire, like, we just would have all had the whole ass. And it was a fucking nightmare. Either the ohms were wrong. It ended up being like, I found out it was a car speaker that someone put in. It was like a pile car speaker. And I was like, there's a fucking car speaker in this. I don't even know what it was. I
This
have
story
no idea
gets worse
why.
and worse.
Yeah, like I don't know what the ohms when it was. The ohms were probably off. They said that the speaker cables got really hot, so I assume what happened is it couldn't handle running for 2 hours straight. It heated up. The solder undid because of the heat, touched something else, started the smoke, blew the one speaker at least, shorted out my head because of the short, and then started smoking and sparking out the back. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So the first like three, 4 songs until we downtuned from that fucking whole set was just garbage. Like I'm just singing without playing bass. I was like, fuck. But then we finally got it right. The last song before we downtuned, and we played Some Kind of Hate by the Misfits, downtuned, and everything else was cool. So it ended all right. But it didn't like take up other people's time or anything. We were just like running it straight, but like, you know, thank God for the other bands who were there to like, I had one person's head and one person's cab, and it was a whole thing. Everyone was using our XLR cables for all the speakers. It was a whole fucking like just shit show in them. I was like, I had never experienced anything like it. And everyone else was like, we've never seen this happen. I was like, Jesus Christ. So like, I was like, maybe I shouldn't be cute trying to play on like a 60-pound, 90s head because I like fucking the Chris Novoselic tone, and just fucking get with the times and play some solid state like Trace Elliott shit or something like that, a Marshall head, something that I don't think is going to explode. So,
Right, a good one.
yeah.
So I think Tuna had a question for you earlier. Do you want to ask that now, Tuna?
No, I'm good. So what's some of your influences? Some bands that
Well, I know I'm going to speak for everyone else first. Mike, the guitarist, loves 80s thrash music. Megadeth is his favorite band. Metallica, Anthrax, King Diamond are some of his really big influences. So when he reworks whatever I write on guitar, that it usually comes out something like that. Doug likes a lot of like newer hard rock music, like post-hardcore stuff. He likes like A Day to Remember, stuff like that. I love grunge music, so I learned how to play music listening to like Nirvana and Soundgarden and stuff like that. I still listen to it, so that's really where my like songwriting style comes from, like quiet verse, loud, yelling chorus sort of deal.
I don't
so
know
you
if
do
you
most of the
heard our
writing?
show or not, but
What's up?
I said you do most of the writing then, and then
I-
take it to them and add to it.
Yeah, so the way that we usually do it, I'm not really hardlined on most things. So I'll come up with like a little chord progression, maybe a little, a little lead line, something like that. I'll write some lyrics out, and then I'll usually record it, send it to everyone else, or I'll work with Mike on it. We'll work something up. As long as it's in the same melody, key, stuff like that, I can usually rework any lyrics that need to be reworked. And then we'll just sort of like pound it out as close as we can. Like the most recent song that we wrote, because we've already started like a second album. I think we took 2-3 practices in the song. Like we were already playing it live, like after just running through it 2 or 3 times, because me and him work on it a lot. And I just let Doug do whatever Doug wants to do on the drums. I know nothing about drums. And he's like, I wouldn't have any other drummer than Doug. So he has his input, puts his input, we try it out, work it out, and then just whatever Doug wants to do, we're like almost always happy with the first time. So just so like, it's a democracy, not a dictatorship. Every now and then I might put my foot down and be like, no, I want this part in the song or something. But those are few and far between. if I need to totally change my delivery of lyrics, you know, there's a lot of songs that we like that me and Mike had that we totally rewrote, and the lyric delivery is insanely different than it was when it was first written, and it sounds great. So,
And he works with you the same way you work with him, right?
yeah, Mike works does a couple of he's written a couple of songs.
Well, I'm saying like when you put your foot down, he's like, okay, man, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, there's definitely parts that, like, you know, obviously we'll butt heads on certain things. Like what lyrics should be in what part, if a part should be doubled or not, how long a chorus should be. Like Mike's much more technical than I am musically. I'm just like, hey, I got a structure, I can write a song, and I'm happy with, you know, I'd be happy giving a structure of a 4-chord song and just be like, okay, this is great. It sounds cool. It flows well, and I'm happy with it. But then Mike will be like, okay, well, now I'm going to make it technical, and I'm going to make it more interesting to listen to, because my focus is like, you know, lyrics and how I'm delivering it, not so much the music. And Mike is like the complete opposite. Music is first and foremost. If a song was instrumental, Mike would be happy with it, as long as he's like, it's fun to play and I like listening to it. So I'm not, you know, not complaining. I'm happy with it. I hope it doesn't change. We've written, in my opinion, some pretty cool songs. So hopefully that continues.
Absolutely, man. That album you sent me is killer, man. And I'm telling you, man, that Opus thing is nice and raw. And I know you did it through Bandcamp, but Bandcamp got a talent, man. They got the thing where everything sounds like it's live, and you know, the live drums and the live.
It was done like 1 or 2 takes. No vocals. We just sort of like practiced it till we got it down then. And then I think we did it like in a weekend. We did the whole album in a weekend. I mixed and mastered it in like Ableton or something, like Ableton Lite. I had no idea what I was doing. And thing's got to be close to 10 years old at this point, and we just banged it out. Like, not all those songs ended up on the album. Like, you know, we still play a few, but not all of them. So if you found that, you probably found some that we're just going to leave in the vault there and probably never play again. So
Right.
got a little peek.
All right. So has you got any, like a family member or somebody that got you into music, bought you a guitar or something like that? Or did you do that in school? A buddy, maybe?
Kids have always liked music. Mike showed me how to play guitar like first when we were in like, I was like 15 or something like that. He lived up the street from me for a while. And he showed me how to play 7 Nation Army was the first song I knew how to play. A girlfriend from, you know, high school bought me a BC Rich Warlock, was my first guitar.
Nice.
The next picture, that thing is long gone by now. So they have that.
I bet you miss it, though.
No, it nosedived and everything like that. I play bass in the band, so you know, a bass and a guitar. You know, I play short scale, so I play a '65 Mustang bass reissue, the JMJ model. It's probably going to drop a humbucker or something in it. I build my basses, so I built another Mustang bass that has a Bartolini. I built a Music Master that has a Seymour Duncan in it. So,
well, as long as you don't build amps, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'll make sure I don't. Someone did ask me to try to fix one before. Like, I'm not good at wiring. Like I can wire a guitar. I have since wired correctly 2 guitars recently that I painted, and I was through the roof. But my brother-in-law is a guitar tech. He's currently on tour with the Ghost Inside, like, and that is his job. So I helped them move before, and he rewired 2 for me. I have a bass I built that has like a push pull pot because it's just one knob. He redid my Music Man bass, which is because Music Man have those like guitar pickups in the bass, so they're really like tinny and the pulls don't line up. So I threw a Duncan in there, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like the first guitar I ever built was a Rick and Morty guitar made out of an old headboard for a bed. I built with my dad.
A Rick and Morty guitar.
Yeah. I built a Rick and Morty guitar that's shaped like a Roswell Rhodes guitar, the one from the Silverchair music video. But like those guitars, I was like, oh, this is a really cool looking guitar. And I go looking it up, and they're like $10,000 because they're made out of like air grade aluminum. And they're like to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Roswell or something. And I was like, well, I'm not buying that. So I was like, but I'll build one. So it's shaped the same, but it's to it's the Strat specs as opposed to like one humbucker. It's got one humbucker and 2 single coils and like 5-way toggle switch and all that shit. So it's basically just a Strat, but the body style is this the Roswell.
So you're multi-talented.
I try. I like to get my hands on things. And once I did that one, and I was like, it's just wood. You're like,
you got any other projects?
Like, what's up?
You got any other kind of projects you do?
I mean, I make Halloween costumes. I'm currently building a costume for the Renaissance Festival. Like sculpt, paint, all that kind of stuff. My dad went to MICA, so he draws. My sister has a graphic designing degree. I make stuff that I can like fiddle with. I currently have one hanging in my garage right now that I'm building. I'm building a Gibson Ripper right now.
Nice.
So yeah, I left my old job, had some time off, went to Lowe's, bought some wood, and was like, fucking do it. So it's currently hanging, drying with the primer on it right now. So I hope to have it done before the end of the year, but I got a bunch of other projects and shit that we'll see.
Hey, so before I forget to ask you, man, who does your art on for the album?
So her name is Deanna, and she is one of Doug's friends. If I'm misusing pronouns, I apologize, but I believe she goes to Micah, and she did our demo work. She did the album cover. Meteor King was interested in her artwork. A couple other bands that we played with last week and were like, dude, your guys' shit looks so cool. Who fucking did that? And we like gave the contact info, so that's really cool. The shirt logo with the like the wolf and the ram skull, all of that. The only all artwork you see on anything with our name on it, she did, and it's all great. Even the sticker with the wolf and the little sheep footprint. All of it's great. We worked with her, bought the PSLs and everything, so we own it all. But I would go to her 100 times over. The only thing that we did internally was the shitty little sheet outline. I drew that in Snapchat with my finger in like 30 seconds. So we just wanted something really fun and light, because our original run of shit was a black shirt with the white skulls on it, and then we had the inverse, so the white shirt with the black skulls on it, but the black skulls were really hard to make out what they were. So we were looking for something a little bit easier if we wanted to do a different colorway that's really noticeable, and we were like, this shitty little one-line thing we can just bang out real quick. So I just whipped it up real fast, and I took a photo of my hand to make the background black and just drew it real quick. So I'm not sure what we have lined up as far as other single releases that we might do, or the next album. We had a couple ideas for the next album, but I'm gonna keep that hush hush for now. But it we got some ideas. So
oh, come on, you want to give us an exclusive, don't you?
So one of the ideas so we don't know if it will be animated. So one of the things, my sister does wedding photography and stuff. So one of the things that we were talking about was one of the new songs that we play that's not on the album is called Teeth. It's about like, have you ever met somebody that you just absolutely fucking hate, and the only thing you want to do when they're just like yammering on is just like knock their teeth out? Like it is that. So the song is about a friend of mine from college. It's about her ex-boyfriend, and the whole song is about just like knocking his teeth out. So we were talking about maybe an album cover called Teeth or something like that, and it was just going to be a picture of like Mike's teeth, like in black and white, just with like blood or something coming out, just like looking like he got punched in the mouth. So, you know, we're probably halfway like ready for the album to come out. I think we got like 5-6 new songs that we're happy with and want to put on the album so far, and a couple other things that we're working on. But you know, we just put the one out in June, so we're not trying to like double up. You know, we're not Weezer putting out an album every 6 months or something. So we got time.
Yeah. I just want to let you know, man, we got about a 2.5 minute warning, getting ready to end the interview and all that, the recording.
No
So what do you think about the scene, man? I mean, you know, what do you think anything needs to happen within the scene to make it better? Or
I
what
mean,
do you think about the scene?
it depends on the scene. You know, we've been a part of a couple of them. Some are, you know, better than others. Some are more inviting than others. You know, we love being a part of the Baltimore music scene. Everyone that we've met, super inviting. Everyone's super supportive. I love the DIY aspect to it. I haven't met anybody that's like, you know, I'm too good for this or I'm better than you or anything like that. There are people that definitely have like an air about them that, you know, whatever, people are going to do what they do. But no, I mean, as long as everyone's inviting, everyone's got each other's backs. Like, I haven't encountered anything of like people getting their shit stolen, even though things are thrown around for hours. So, you know, I respect all that. The fans come same way, respectful of everyone, respectful of people's time. The people that come and watch the whole show as opposed to like watching their friend's band play and then fucking leave. I mean, unless, you know, shit happens where it's like you're on a tight deadline and like I got to go to work, but I wanted to stop by, like shit like that. But I don't know, I'm happy with it. I mean, you know, hopefully it continues to expands out of state and get, you know, more bands in. I know a bunch of bands are sort of crossing over. Like Arcanon is working with Feed the Scene now, and they were working with Infinite Terror a lot, which is cool to see. So, you know, hopefully that continues and we just get some big shit together and just, you know, everyone's playing with everybody.
Hey, Davey, what's your favorite beer?
Favorite beer?
Yeah.
Right now, I've been really into Mango Cart, but in general, I am a whiskey or bourbon drinker. So I'll have a whiskey for sipping and a beer for drinking.
Right on, Davey. Well, you know, we got about 20 seconds left, so I just wanted to say, hey, man, thanks a lot for you know, the interview, taking the time out to talk to us, and you know, I hope you like the show, man.
Absolutely. Whenever it comes out, let me know. I'll be happy to, you know, definitely want to watch it back.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot, buddy. And you know, thanks a lot for hooking me up with the show too, with the Do What's and all that.
Absolutely. We'll see you. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Call me by my real name, but sometimes he'll ask, hey buddy, who won the game? become so safe. Kevin seconds right in love balance. You told us to vote and behave. I love my punk rock fast, and I like to use the word fuck. I miss all your bad lesbians doing drugs and getting drunk. But baby, you're just like me. You're getting fat and getting old. Just remember you're a nutbag, not you two or the fucking Rolling Stones.
Looking for the demons in us, we can't fucking fight. It's something we have to lose, it's nothing on the time. Don't you know what you're not, you have nothing to be dying. If you see us, bitches, you don't be too surprised. Sit back, it's that shit. Sit back, we like it. People see us together, but they don't understand. It's something we have to lose, we just don't give a damn. We get some things we got, we don't know where the way. Now it's far away, but not actually get that to stand. Sit back, that shit. Sit back, we like it.
I'm sitting and all confused. My head is completely used. It's feeling like getting a boom. It's just like a boring room. I'm sitting and asking myself, circumstances good but too so. I think my mind to get a boom. It's just like a boring room, but I can't see any way to do my heart just beats for you. If you give me that night a boom, it's just like a boring room. I was considered very clear, responsible, I need you here. But I have the saxophone, it's just like a boring room.
Don't think about the crazy boom.
It's just like your boring room. You're living only for yourself. Don't distract and don't damage your nerve. Sick of living with a boom. Fuck all that boring room. You're living only for yourself. Don't distract and don't damage your nerve. Sick of living with a boom. Fuck all the boring room. I'm dying on confused. My head is completely used. It feels like a digaboo. The winner is boring room. Boring room. Boring room. Boring room.
inside a gun. Civilization's dying. Well, I won't try to deny it. We got a problem, son. Something gotta be done. From a boat and a president and the big rock star who made a lot of money. All got one thing in common. They know it ain't no fun to get shot with a gun. Civilization's dying. No one's realizing the potential of pain like inside a gun. Civilization's dying. Well, I won't try to deny it. We got a problem, son, but something gotta be done. Dying from a boat and the president and the big rock star who made a lot of money. All got one thing in common. They know it ain't no fun to get shot with a gun. Civilization's dying. No one's realizing the potential of pain like inside a gun. Civilization's dying. Well, I won't try to deny it. We got a problem, son. There's something gotta be done. Dying from a boat and a president and the big rock star who made a lot of money to vote. The president, the big rock star who made a lot of money to vote. The president, the big rock star who made a lot of money to vote. The president, the big rock star who made a lot of money, made a lot of money, made a lot of money, made a lot of money. gonna do in that move? I don't wanna hang out with you. I don't wanna fuck with you. What you gonna do in that move? Oh, yeah. What you gonna do